wavy hair, probably pretty long hair, pieds nus, barefoot.
Long blonde hair guys.
That's very manly stuff. Manly, I would imagine.
So brave, big guy with long hair and a good body and don't need to work.
Generally has no job.
Drink a few beers on the beach.
Go to the bars and drink.
Probably smokes weed.
Pretty laid back, hard case people, you know. I love what they do. Pretty cool dudes.
I don't know, but I think so.
That is a cliché.
Yeah, that is a cliché, but.
Look, I've got expensive shoes. Look how expensive my shoes are.
You surf bare feet, you might as well keep your shoes off.
She slept with him, that's what they say.
For me, not wearing shoes is just sort of being in, I guess you would say, natural sort of state. It's like feeling the ground, feeling the earth, just being like, just feeling like free, I guess.
Your friends called, I lay down on.
Or it could be a technique to get more grip so that when they stand up on their board, they don't even need wax, they're that professional.
Didn't matter you.
It started for me with my mates who I surfed with as a kid. We used to bag each other out if you wore shoes. You had to wear thongs. And we used to say to each other, shoes are for rich people. So then it became you'd wear your thongs, and then one summer we started saying thongs are for rich people, so flip-flops. So you weren't allowed to wear those either. And then in summer it's sick because you never wear shoes and your feet get nice and hard on the bottom. And then I just keep on doing it all year. And in the city as well.
That's what they say.
It's just something that you do. So I only skate, for example. I usually skate only without shoes because you can feel the board a lot more.
Didn't matter you.
It wasn't anything to do with surfing. It's just, I guess it's a bit of a coincidence that I started surfing and I have long hair, so it sort of fits the stereotype.
But then you see like really old people out there, some bald people, and you're like, hey, good on you. Like, you don't need dreadlocks to surf.
You look at the world champion, Kelly Slater, like the best surfer ever. He's been the world champion for 12 years. Well, you know, he's a bald head.
No, it's the worst thing ever. Long hair is the worst thing to go surfing with. You get cold, your hair's wet in winter all the time. You get a cold, but it sort of probably ties more into the like the not wearing shoes thing, where you like haircuts are for rich people. It's more of a fuck you to society.
Didn't matter you.
It's just a stereotype. Like that's all really. It's not true by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, all you gotta do is look at the university surf. Like, obviously, people studying university aren't stupid. They still surf.
Being a surf club at Melbourne Uni is like such an oxymoron because you're in an elite uni and most of us have been studying like elite subjects, and then we're on the other side pretending to be like these like bum surfer hippies that want to be like pretend like we're in the 60s still.
The surf's good. You don't know how long it's going to be around for. So I've got lots of friends who used to skip school just to go for a surf, or they'd take jobs that worked around surfing.
So it becomes quite hard to then sit down and try and engage with some philosophy or, you know, an arts course or a law course, because you know there is something very tangibly better out there.
When people think of the Australian surfer and they think of like these surfer dudes or these surfer chicks who are like, yeah, cowabunga, all that kind of slang, you can relate it. Like, you'll be out there surfing and someone will catch a really nice wave and they might go, yoo, they might do it like a shaka. But at the end of the day, those people are probably the same people who are going to go to school and write a 10,000 word essay.
There was someone who said, let's say you have a giraffe, a monkey, a lion, and an elephant. You all have them next together, and you say to them, look, whoever can climb this tree the fastest of you is the smartest. So of course it's the monkey that, you know, gets up the tree the fastest. And that's our Western education system, but I don't think that necessarily that is the only way to, it's the only measurement of being an intellectual. I think there's a lot of other ways of learning. And some people just don't fit into that system. Some people are a lion or an elephant. Those people, yeah, they could, you know, lose their faith after being in school and go turn to surfing and make that their passion. Well, first of all, I think it's a bit of a cliche. I do know surfers that smoke a lot of weed, or for example drink a lot when there's no waves. But I know just as much surfers who don't do any of that and do yoga and meditate rather than drink.
America and Australia have probably the most common surfing culture, the closest to each other. But the big difference between American and Australian surfing culture is really heavy drinking. And the same with the drug culture. Because when drugs first came to Australia, and even to an extent now, they were always dealt and imported by surfers. They sort of came over with surfers from Indonesia.
I mean, drugs can be relaxing, and I mean, you can have a lot of fun with alcohol, and it's sort of just the same thing as surfing, just enjoyment and having a good time.
Completely wrong. I have never touched a drug in my life.
It used to be definitely that surfing was related to weed or marijuana. You know, they always said stoner surfers going down some of the psychedelic drugs. But I think that for me growing up, I never associated drinking and drugs with surfing.
Surfing has definitely become a more physical and healthier sport, and people realise that if they're doing those things and they're trying to keep goals while surfing, they're not really going to work.
And then also it ties in with, like, again, like stoked. Like, you're so happy after you've been surfing that you want to drink with your mates anyway, because you're like so buzzed up and naturally high.
And yeah, their drugs is that they're high on life, I would say.
Did it matter to you?
You can be a real girly girl, love getting dressed up. I definitely do, but I still go out and surf.
So the other day I was surfing at Winkies, which is like next to Bells Beach, is one of the biggest, the most renowned surf spots here in Victoria. And because of that, it's really crowded usually. So I was out in the water, and it was 6 in the morning, and there were already 40, 50 guys out. And I said guys because there was literally one girl.
The image for, I suppose if you're saying like the image of the Australian beach has evolved from being a white male, because like they were the only ones who were allowed to use the beach like in the 20th century, like early 20th century. Like women had to be fully clothed and they couldn't participate really in swimming.
It could be seen as intimidating.
When you're out there, you do feel kind of a bit under pressure from all the guys. They do kind of look at you like, hey, there's a girl out here, what's she doing here?
There are plenty of girls that surf. It's not just the movies where girls surf. Like I have, well, both in the surf club, there's plenty of girls that are surfing.
I mean, when it comes to instructing, I'd say that I teach more women than men.
The minute you kind of drop in, carve it up a bit, show them what you got, they're kind of like, oh, she can surf, or hey, she does alright.
I think the old stereotype that only men can surf is gone. I think that's definitely gone.
Being like in nature.
It just makes you feel so peaceful.
I think for surfing it would be a lifestyle.
Happiness.
Satori in one moment of no thoughts.
It's my escape from everything, it's a way to get away.
When you catch a wave, it's like a shortcut to mindfulness.
Getting up early in the morning and seeing the sunrise by yourself.
Sitting and waiting, so you'll wait for the right moment.
You feel so relieved and so proud of yourself.
Stoke.
It's something that you're passionate about.
Physical challenge.
You're floating on top of the water and you're flying past.
My own little heaven.
We have waves.
Emerald green barrels.